Thank you very much for coming down.
Yeah, thank you.
I've got a question for you. It's not what you think it's going to be. It's
All right.
not a policy question.
All right.
But it deals with policy. I'd like to go back to what we were talking about a minute ago with education. Nobody here, I think, wants Common Core to be in the school. Yet it's alive and very well, in spite of what it appears on the surface, in Tennessee schools. There was a law passed called the Every Student Succeeds Act, ESSA, federal law. The federal law says in one of the clauses in there that if you take a voucher that's funded with federal government money, no matter where that voucher goes, the federal laws follow that child. So if you have a Christian school, if you have a private school, if they take vouchers into that school, it becomes a Common Core school. And you don't have any choice about it because that's simply the way the law reads. There's also part of the law that says if you have an operative school, you have to have certain longitudinal testing systems. That testing system is on a platform which is compliant with the federal government's platform, the Department of Education, which then shares that information with other people. So in effect, Common Core is a data capture system on our children. Now, here's what I want to ask you, not where you stand on all that, because the way I've just defined it, I imagine you wouldn't care for it, just from hearing it. But you want to be sure that I know what I'm talking about. So my question, Bill, is very simply, there's got to be a very erudite topic. Where are you willing to look and research, and what resources you're willing to access, and groups, people, whatever, to get sufficient information so you can make a good decision on these things as to how you're going to, what your policy will be as you run.
Where will I access?
Where are you going to go to access information to get the full story on things like what I just described to you through Common Core?
Well, I've supported an organization called American Federation for Children, and they are a school reform group that Betsy DeVos actually was the head of that organization. We have a statewide group here.
I know Betsy DeVos.
Okay.
Betsy DeVos is part of the problem.
Well, maybe so. I'm just saying that group and its approaches well, go ahead and express that. I want to know what you think.
What I would like to see, well, she's poured a lot of money in Michigan into different projects that essentially have nurtured Common Core at the same time as they're getting rid of it. Not that it's necessarily her fault. I don't think she really knows all the ins and outs. But I do know many people who are quite knowledgeable, very sane, very calm people who can give a lot of information. What I'd like to be able to do, if it's of interest to you, is put you in connection with some people along those lines and get both sides of the story.
I'm always interested in that. Yeah,
That's all.
I'm all. Yes, the answer is yes. Okay. And here's the other thing. So I've met with. What I'm trying to do is meet with you. Like met with the largest charter school system in Metro Nashville, just because I want to know what's working for him and why, and who's against him and why, and who's for him and why. And I've met with the superintendent of schools in Shelby County, which is the worst schools in our entire state. We have the most challenging public schools in all. Partly because I want to know what does he think and why, and who's against him and why, and what does he think about vouchers and why. I also